all, welcome to the Blue Corner. My name is Dennis, and this is my February 2025 collection update video right here in June again. Still catching up, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch my how I'm collecting in 2025 / channel update video. You will get my story and challenge for myself this year. And with that, let's not talk more about that. Let's go straight into what I picked up. As always, we'll start off with the Blu-rays. But first, a few years back, first Eureka did put out single editions of 4 Hong Kong Girls with Guns titles. Yes, madam. And from on there, Royal Warriors in the Line of Duty 3 and 4. Normally, I prefer single edition titles, especially when there's multiple titles, and in this day and age, nothing's ever complete. So box sets isn't really that high on my list. I did pick up the Eureka titles, but then 88 Films put out in the Line of Duty 1 to 4 box set. Thankfully, they didn't write complete or anything. As I said, there's 4 titles in here, and there's way more movies in the franchise. But I just loved the artwork on this box set way more than whatever Eureka did with their titles. So I decided to get this and sell the Eureka titles. This is a favorite franchise of mine. Not having seen all the movies, I of course want the rest. I'm still hoping that 88 will do a part 2 of the remaining movies. But since they haven't done that yet, I'm gonna have to pick up what I can. And that's what I did with one of the titles out of Germany. I did pick up Seawolves, or In the Line of Duty 7. They aren't really that connected. Several of them are different stories. I see it's German text, so you can't read that probably. This was a first time watch. This was the one of the ones I hadn't seen. I wanted to see the most, going by the trailers. And I liked the movie. It just didn't live up to my expectations, is all I'm gonna say. And it is a German title, so the quality, let's just say, if 88 does put out more, I'm upgrading right away. So yeah, I do still hope we get the rest of the movies, and all the other artwork is just the same with the ratings logo. A fun movie, right there. It just doesn't hold a candle to the earlier ones. So yeah, In the Line of Duty 7, Seawolves. From 88 Films, I picked up Lady Assassin, which really doesn't describe the movie much, as it really isn't about her. And again, pause, read if you want. Yeah, I enjoyed the movie. Again, this is a single edition Shaw Brothers movie, which I watched pretty much the same day I got. And again, if going back to my January box or video, there was a Shaw Brothers box set where I haven't seen a single one. Yeah, and of course the poster is just artwork there and here, so I'm not gonna fold that out. This is, however, one of the Shaw Brothers movies that I did like. even though that picture and title are a tad bit misleading, but that's not here nor there. Next, all the way from Australia, again going back to my January video, I'm talking about spine numbers, or technically in my channel update video too, spine numbers not falling for that nearly as much anymore. The VSU line from Vinegar Syndrome is definitely an exception. I'm buying those as soon as I can. But there's a second company, Chameleon, out of Australia. Granted, they have only put out 7 titles at the time of recording this, and 6 of them has the director, or a director involved one way or another, and those 6 titles I would have bought no matter what. So the fact that they're in this line, until they stray too much from this director, I don't know if I'm collecting the line or not. I have the 7 titles so far. It is out of Australia. They are really expensive to import to Denmark. They get caught in customs every single time, and that's just the nature of the beast when it's not in the EU. I am, of course, talking about Chameleon Films number 7, Sparrow, a Johnny To movie. Johnny To is more than enough for me to pick up the movies. He has done plenty of movies that I haven't watched, and of the ones I have seen from picking up these Blu-rays, there's not been a single one that I didn't like one way or another, and this is no exception. A few friends that go around pickpocketing people have to help this damsel in distress, and some bad people. Granted, this isn't my favorite Johnny To movie, but this scene that they have included on the bottom here is a really good looking scene. It is. It's not a musical, but if they started singing, it could totally fit perfectly into the scene. It is them just crossing the street back and forth, the good guys and the bad guys, trying to pickpocket one another and see who does it best without getting caught. Umbrellas in the rain. It's a gorgeous scene. It's very well shot, and I'm not really expecting anything else from a Johnny To movie. So yeah, this is Sparrow, a good watch. So if you can, I will definitely say give this one a try. From 88 Films, I picked up Masters of the Universe. Childhood favorite of mine. Cheesy. So bad it's good. It all fits here perfectly. Masters of the Universe and The Punisher are still some of my all-time favorite Dolph Lundgren movies. So, of course, I had to pick this one up. I did have the Danish Blu-ray release. That was just a very standard release. Just the movie, no special features whatsoever. A Dolby Digital 2.0 audio track, nothing more than that. I believe there might have been a trailer, and then, of course, Danish, Norwegian, Swedish, and Finnish subtitles. That Blu-ray is long out of print. Selling that on Facebook, paid for this box set. That one being out of print, Danish sub. The people in Denmark apparently really want Danish subtitles, so selling that very bare bones edition, paid for this nice edition. See, slip, sleeve, slip case, holographic, nice edition, booklet, and of course, this is just the Blu-ray. So if we ever do get the 4K, guess who's first in line to upgrade once again? And I'm just gonna assume people know the movies I'm showing, but I'm gonna show the backside like this so people can read if they want to. So of course, like I said, just the Blu-ray poster and alternate artwork. Great edition from 88 Films, and thankfully I don't need the Danish subtitles. I do like when they are there, just for family members' sake and everything, but I don't need them personally. So, yeah, Masters of the Universe had to be in the collection. Let's check. Yeah, that's it for the Blu-rays. Let's just go straight to the 4K titles. Again, I don't normally pick up many standard studio titles before they go on sale. So whenever there is a sale, of course, I stock up here and there, and sometimes end up with titles that I really didn't need. When there's a 10 for 1,000 Danish kroner sale, there's usually about 7 or 8 I want, and then I have to find 2 or 3 to make up the difference. This wasn't one of those sales. This was a buy 4 for a specific amount that I can't remember now. So there was technically only one. Yeah, now that I'm saying this, technically there was only one that I really wanted in the sale. The 3 others were some that could have waited a little longer. But let's just go straight into it. Of the 4, I first picked up Jaws 3, the Danish edition. Not a great movie. I don't even really like it all that much. There's been plenty of talk about this being AI upscaled or reproduced, remastered, whatever you want to call it. Even if they didn't do that, I don't believe this would have been a good transfer at all. The 3D effects in this stands out way too much for it to be a good transfer in my mind. That the 3D effects in 4K just put me off quite a bit. Yeah, there is nothing really special. It is just 3D discs, no alternate artwork or anything. Let's put that over there. Continuing on, of course, we gotta complete the series. Jaws: The Revenge. Again, not a great movie, but I actually have fun with the first one. It's a bad movie. It's again so bad it's good. Oh, this is a stupid movie. It really is. But I I was laughing at the movie, enjoying it when I did rewatch this, and yeah, of course, none of the sequels stands up to the first one, but as they gotta complete the collection. Now, the one technically I said there was really only one that I really wanted. Really might be a stretch. I knew I had to get it eventually, but technically I wasn't really in a rush. This is the fourth one in a series of Ghostbusters movies, really. Well, technically it's number 5, but in the timeline it's number 4. I love the Ghostbusters, the franchise, the original franchise. I loved Afterlife. Frozen Empire, didn't love it. It was an okay movie. It could have been way better. I would have liked them doing more with the big bad and a little less with one of the side stories. I know I'm not the only one. I've seen plenty of people say stuff like that. I do like the movie to some degree, though. It's the weakest of the bunch, not including the offshoot 2016 edition. But yeah, I'm picking up all the Ghostbusters movies whenever there's a new one. I had to get it for the collection. Again, it has to be complete. You know that. Last one was one I didn't really have any feeling about wanting, needing, hating it, liking it, whatnot. I generally didn't remember it all that well. I did pick up the core 4K again. I have fun with this one. The weakest of the four I picked up here was without a doubt Jaws 3, and I already had plans to get that down the line. This was the one of the bunch where I was okay. Well, I gotta find 4 titles to get the special deal, and this might be the one I enjoyed the most after Ghostbusters. Yeah, this was a nice rewatch again. Yeah, why am I holding this up? You probably can't read that. The core. I love these disaster movies. I still wish we can get Armageddon on 4K. I I just I don't know what's true about the negatives having survived or being destroyed or whatnot. They can't keep upscaling a DVD to 4K on big budget movies like that, I guess. So yeah, let's just move on. Scream Factory, again, talked about it in my channel update video. You can't buy Scream Factory titles without the slipcover. You gotta have the slipcover, right? I guess not in this case. Again, I talked about it again in the channel update video. I don't absolutely need the slipcover on Scream Factory titles. It's just the only difference is it the white banner or black banner? And with me being outside the US, I can't buy directly from Scream, so I can't get the alternate slipcovers. And I'm not paying the money that people are demanding on eBay for stuff like that. No, not doing it. And since Scream Factory really have started putting out the 4K titles, they don't really do alternate artwork all that often, almost rarely. So yeah, I did pre-order this title. It did ship fairly soon after it coming out, and no slip. And it, again, doesn't bother me. I was just a little bit surprised that I didn't get the slipcover. The movie itself, I have a fun time with this one. I don't get the people that drag this movie down. It's a fun movie or fun watch. Vampires, James Wood hunting them, Thomas Ian Griffith being the lead bad guy. Sadly, he didn't make it all that much in his starring movies. Too much for me. He did put out a few I quite enjoyed. John Carpenter, Vampires, fun vampire movie. Speaking of vampires, where's From Dusk Till Dawn? We need From Dusk Till Dawn 4K titles. Continuing with more John Carpenter, I picked up Ghosts of Mars. Much like Vampires, I remember liking this and didn't get why people were putting it down. Rewatching this, however, after quite a few years, not so much. I was like, what the heck did I see in this movie? This is definitely a movie I've outgrown, rather. And of course, that's the one I get the slipcover for. Yeah, and again, Blu-ray, 4K, no alternate artwork. I don't know what it is. I was a big Ice Cube fan back in the day. Natasha Henstridge coming out of Species. I don't even think I was that big of a Jason Statham fan at this point in time. I don't know what it was, but yeah, not nearly as good as I remembered it being. I guess people were right. Again, cutting down on buying stuff right away. I can wait. 3 Kino titles. Kino, I've slowed down on too, because again, not really much in alternate artwork. Slipcovers being just as flimsy as Scream Factories are. Yeah, there was a sale. There was 3 Kino titles I was waiting for to be a little cheaper. They came with a slip, thankfully, because these actually do have alternate artwork. So I picked up 2 Mules for Sister Sarah, Clint Eastwood. I've been picking up every Clint Eastwood movie that Kino Lover have put out on 4K. I have sold the Dollars trilogy from Kino again because we are getting upgraded era versions now, thankfully. So, but yeah, I'm picking up any Clint Eastwood that we get on 4K. I haven't picked up the 3 recent Warner Brothers 4K titles yet. Studio titles, yada yada yada. They can wait a little bit to go down in price. 2 Mules for Sister Sarah. Again, this was the one I've seen plenty of times of the 3 that I picked up, and I still enjoyed it. And it does have alternate artwork. Great artwork, actually. And this is pretty cool artwork. That would have been a cool poster if you were really into westerns and had those on the wall. More Eastwood. Iger sanction. Technically, I have had this in a couple of Eastwood box sets in the past, and yet I've never gotten around to it. I have seen this 4K title now, and first time watch, not what I thought it was gonna be. It was a tad bit slow, but I still liked it. I enjoyed it. It's not the weakest out of the 3 for me. That would fall on Play Misty for me. Again, Eastwood, Kino Lover. Again, which side? This side. Again, have had this in a box set or 2 before. Just never got around to it, I guess. And having seen it, and it's an okay movie. It's just didn't really strike a chord with me. And the alternate artwork. Yeah, more Eastwood. Again, picking up all the Eastwood 4Ks I can. Next, from 88 Films, Upgrade, Dragon Fist. They have put out the Blu-ray, which I still have. Upgraded now to 4K. Yeah, I have watched this 4K disc too, and I mistook it for a different Jackie Chan movie. He does have a different movie called Dragon Lord, and I thought it was Dragon Lord, not Dragon Fist. So, yeah, I enjoy Dragon Lord a tad bit more than Dragon Fist. So, while this was, again, okay movie, it wasn't the one I thought it was gonna be. So, yeah, you do get booklet, mandatory poster. Not gonna fold that one out because it's just this artwork. You could get a different version of the movie with this artwork on the slipcase. I prefer this artwork way more over the original, I guess. So you do get Blu-ray and 4K and art cards, which I haven't looked at, and of course alternate artwork. Good movie, okay movie. And he's had more serious in this. than he is in his other movies. Yeah, okay movie. I don't regret upgrading. That's it. Next one from Arrow Video. I don't know if I'll say upgrade. I did have the Vinegar Syndrome 4K title that had slipcase, slipcover, and alternate artwork, sleeve, long out of print with the slipcase and everything. I just like this artwork better. I did sell the Vinegar Syndrome, and again, that made much like Masters of the Universe. The money I made from the Vinegar Syndrome paid for the Arrow edition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and I still had a little bit of money in the account after paying for this. So the Vinegar Syndrome title were pretty easy to sell. Let's just say that. But I just like this artwork more. So yeah. And I'm an Arrow Video sucker, I guess. Yeah. Sleeve, slip case. Now I will say it has been reported that people have had issues with this one, and people with a Panasonic player apparently can't play the movie with Dolby Vision. I have a Sony player. I had no problem playing the Dolby Vision version at all. So if there's a disc replacement program eventually, I'll get the disc just because, but I don't need it. Yeah. So of course, poster. That is okay. So there's alternate artwork on the poster too, and then the Breakfast Club ripoff. And to this day, this is probably still my favorite Texas movie. So yeah, I loved it. Yeah, that's the artwork. Breakfast Club artwork too. And okay, so one side on the poster has exclusive artwork on its own, and then of course you have your art cards. And did they do Blu-ray? No, 4K discs and a Blu-ray with special features. So yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 from Arrow Video, which plays fine in my player. And I forgot the poster. Let's get you in there. And then finally, the big box set of the pickup. So last year, 2024, I did pick up Paramount Scares Volume 2 because it has Breakdown and Friday the 13th Part 2 on 4K. There was a sale. It was in stock. I could get that box set cheaper than I could import the two separate 4K titles from the UK. So of course I went with the box set. There was two or three other movies in that box set. So a no-brainer. But again, it was Volume 2. I did not have Volume 1. And again, the sucker I am, I went out and bought Volume 1. This does include 5 movies on 4K, which does the sleeve from the backside. It does include Rosemary's Baby, Pet Sematary, what's it called? Sweeney Todd, Crawl, and Smile. I already had Pet Sematary and Crawl, the standard editions, the 4K of those titles, sold them, paid for half the box set about there. Smile knew beforehand that I absolutely hated that movie. Did not like that one bit. Smile 2, don't hate it, but I don't need it in the collection. Sweeney Todd and Rosemary's Baby, apparently both first time watches. Rosemary's Baby, good movie, but slow as all hell. I do like the Omen franchise over Rosemary's Baby. They do cover kind of similar topics. So yeah, I'll go with Omen over Rosemary's Baby. And then there's Sweeney Todd, again first time watch. I didn't really like that movie either. I have nothing against Johnny Depp really. I don't know if it was the singing. I didn't think the singing really bothered me that much watching it, but I came out of it, no, I don't really like this movie. So technically, there's 2 movies in this set that I really enjoy, and I had those before buying this set. So was this set really worth it? You tell me. Does include a Fangoria magazine. I do like the box sets overall. I do hope we get more volumes. And then I guess I get exclusive slipcovers. Rosemary's Baby. And pendulum on the back. And then artwork. And if you want to read. Smile. Not really. Yeah. Yep. That's that. Sweeney Todd. There. And description. Pet Cemetery. The original. The good one. Let's see. There. And yeah. Put that back. And then the final one. Crawl. I heard there's a sequel on the way. I'm kind of I like this movie. I hear rather mixed feelings about it. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to a sequel. And assuming it'll be different people. I don't know. Single disc. I'm not gonna show the discs. That's not really that important. And then you do get stickers and this little badge of honor. So yeah, that's it for the Paramount Scares Volume 1. Was it worth it? Like I said, I guess you can form your own opinion. For now, I have the Paramount Scares box sets complete, and I do hope for more. I could see them doing the Friday the 13th movies in sets like this going forward. So yeah, maybe they'll do that. And with that, let's see how many I've actually watched. There I put them. Let's see. Seawolves. Seen. Lady Assassin. Seen. Sparrow. Seen. Masters of the Universe. Seen. Jaws 3. Seen. Jaws the Revenge scene, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire scene, The Core scene, Vampires scene, Ghosts of Mars scene, Two Mules for Sister Sarah scene, Iger Sanction scene, Play Misty for Me scene, Dragon Fist scene, Texas Chainsaw scene, and Paramount Scares 5 movie scene. So that's every single one in this box set, or this update I've seen. I guess February is a 100% cleared. Do I get an achievement? An extra like? Too, maybe? Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah. That's my February collection update video. On to the next one. With that out of the way, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace out.